What up, Wichita? Welcome to another edition of the Wichita Dinner Table. Tonight is Wednesday, April 16th. I'm your host, Eddie, and back for another round, we got DJ Carbon.
What is good, ICT?
We got Troy Trussell's Live Local.
What's up, Wichita?
We got everyone's favorite co-host, the Kansas Gastronomist.
Hi, Eddie.
Hi, Eddie.
And we have our games champion, Annette Lawless.
Coming in strong, that's
Yes,
right.
indeed.
Yay.
Well played.
Winner.
We'll
Yeah,
talk about
no,
later,
but
but for
thanks, Troy.
those that don't know, there was a little games competition that took place at the arcade last week. Everyone was there. Unfortunately, I had something come up last second. I was able to make it, but Annette took home the title.
Mm-hmm.
And just
Reigning
Pretty
arcade
awesome.
champion for
Pretty
now.
awesome.
For now.
awesome.
devoured the competition. I was
You guys
shocked.
were delicious.
I thought Carbon was my pick going into it.
He was my pick going into it as well. So yeah.
I just got skunked. I didn't think I was going to take the skee ball. I had the Pac-Man, but Annette whooped me on this pinball, man. Tough loss.
Was your strategy on the skee ball to go for the 50s or the hundreds? Did anybody go for hundreds?
No.
Only at the
That's a
last
big one.
shot to
Yeah.
try and make a comeback.
Yeah, the 10,000. Yeah.
It's too risky. Yeah, can't do it.
Got last
Yeah,
place.
Annette was just down the middle the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not
I
2,000, is it?
Oh, I was last. Yeah, it's 10,000 because it's 10, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, I'm
Can I
better.
can you tell you a little secret?
Yes, please do.
Yes.
Were you
Well, I
using-
mean, it wasn't. I haven't played skee ball in a long time, but I will
Spin it.
say, back in the day, well, I'm a bowler, so naturally, I didn't get it down the middle very good. But we did have a skee ball machine at my house growing
Of
up,
course.
or like a little. But
Oh.
it wasn't. It's not like an arcade fancy
Mm.
skee ball. Like my parents went to Sam's Club and they had those things there, and so we played at home. So, but it's been a long
Oh,
time.
yeah.
So that is not.
Bullshit.
I mean, I was
That
not
is
cheating.
Who took home pin? Did you take home pinball too, Annette?
I don't have a pinball machine, okay? So that's on you guys.
Yep.
Carbon, you lost pinball to Annette?
I lost pinball to Annette. Yep. I got two house balls. It was not my best showing, you know. And we not for nothing though. We did just go in and go, yep, game, out. TKG was in a rush. Apparently, he had
was not
better
like
things
fun.
to do. So we didn't get warm ups. It wasn't just one game. It was boom, 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 and we were done.
Yeah, everybody was cold. I mean,
Yep.
I will come next time an hour early and warm up. If I knew it was going to be like, hey, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, I'm out of here.
How that's how I roll, man. With Eddie
Yeah,
not
why'd you
there.
guys hold on? You guys outnumber TKG. So why did you give in?
Wait, hold on. Let me finish with Eddie not there. So if Eddie was there, you would have hung out. You just don't like us that much. Is that
No.
Where
I
are we
was
going? We'll go
there.
ahead. Like, I mean,
I was there. I would have been like, we're taking our time. I'm going to enjoy the moment.
Yeah, because if Eddie would have been there, he would have been like, this is what we're doing. And since he wasn't there, I was there, and I got to say, this is what we're doing.
You guys easily could have stepped up and said something to him. So
Yeah.
explain to me
Next
the
time I
Pac-Man
will.
game. So how did the Pac-Man game work?
That was fun.
so we played the competition Pac-Man, which is 4 players at once. And then you could go eat the pellets, and then you could eat each other as well as the ghosts. And I think, what was it, like 5 rounds? I want to say 5 rounds when with 4 of us were playing. And
Yeah,
you
5
would
rounds
go
because
in,
it was 3
eat
to
the other
2.
people. You would also die by getting eaten by a ghost. And so I won 3 of the rounds. Troy won 2, and then
That's it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did beat TKG at Pac-Man, so I was happy about that.
I enjoyed Pac-Man, honestly, and I
That
was
was fun.
thinking to myself, I didn't say this at the time, but it's 50 cents per game, so $2 for all 4 of us, and it was a solid 12
It was a
minute
while.
game. I mean, or so, 15 minutes, 12 minutes. I think it had 5 rounds, and I was kind of impressed with that. I was like, that's fun for $2.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool.
Well,
Never done that before. I've never done the multiplayer on that. That's
It was
different.
fun.
Yeah.
congrats, Annette. I am, yeah.
Thanks.
The underdog came through with the win.
Yeah.
Solid.
Lord.
All right.
Yeah, if we'd have warmed up though, I just want to say if we'd have warmed up. Like
Hey,
after
can we
Carbon
move
and I
on and
stayed.
stop
No,
hearing
Carbon
the-
and I stayed on the pinball machines for a good
For a while?
30, 45 minutes after y'all left.
That's
Oh, yeah.
fun.
I scored 38 million on
Nice. Oh
one
my
game.
gosh. Whoa.
Okay,
That's
so
amazing.
just need a
That
little
means
warm
nothing. What does that mean?
It means
That's
I
a
would have
lot more.
spanked your butt,
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
lot more than
God.
what we had.
TKG, for sure.
Can we move on, Eddie? I mean, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like remember that race Troy did where he got like first forever in his age range, and he talked about juicing. Like, does it take a while for the juice to kick in?
I guess so, man. I got a juice early at our next arcade battle.
Speaking of juice, I'm actually drinking a beet juice right now. I picked this up over at Doc Green's.
Ah,
Eddie, what hat are you
he's so
wearing?
healthy.
Oh yeah, weekly swag.
I love
Thanks.
it.
Get us back on track. We got Wichita Brewing Company. This is on for a particular reason. Hell, we'll just talk about it now. This
Okay.
Thursday, Kelsey Grammer is returning to Wichita. He will be guest bartending at WBC Delano at 901 West Douglas starting at 1 p.m. He's in town to promote his Faith American Brewing Company beer. On tap will be Faith American Ale.
Ooh, that's
Nice.
cool.
Did you go check out Kelsey last time he was in town, TKG?
Nah,
didn't.
I almost did. I think Jeremy for
Yeah,
the
for-
foodie
I know
went,
for the foodie
and
saw him. And
yeah,
a
we
lot
were
of people in
texting
Wichita
about
did.
it.
But
Yeah,
from,
might
by
do it
all
this week.
accounts, Grammer is very personable. He's talking to everyone. Loves to chat it up.
And that
Very
Delano
cool.
location is pretty awesome. Just gotta say, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous place.
All right. What did y'all do this past week? Anybody check out anything new, cool, exciting?
I'm still exhausted.
What
did,
what caused the
Open
exhaustion?
Streets.
Carbon?
We did Wednesday was Candle Club patio grand opening. Thursday was Wine About Cancer. Friday Hot Wing Challenge with Mr. Live Local. Then we
boy.
did the pinball arcade showdown. Then I was a caller for Blue Jean Bingo, a fundraiser for Goodwill. Then I went and DJ'd at Adult Skate. Saturday was the Workrooms anniversary party with the Artisan Market pop-up.
Oh my gosh.
And then Saturday night was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, my daughter's play. And then Sunday was Open Streets. Yeah, we did it all. We did not stop.
You went to Open Streets?
I did.
I
did.
was out there. I didn't see you. What time did you go?
We got there a little later, probably 1:32, towards the tail end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't
You
that
have-
last though? So good.
It is.
Yeah.
That's the first time that I have been to the WSU location. I've been to the
Same.
Douglas multiple times, Nomar multiple times, but this was the first time I'd been there. And I actually got there early. I got there like 11:45, and so
He was out of there by 12:05.
Hi-oh.
hey, I was home by 1. So
See, there you go.
yeah. But yeah, I got there about 11:45, so I was out there for about an hour, and walked the entirety of the footprint. But when I first got out there, I was like, man, there's hardly any people. But by the time 12:30, it was already really picking up. So
Cool.
I'm sure it was busy when you were out there, Carbon.
Yeah, for sure. And it was cool. There was a lot of unique vendors that I don't see in a lot of the other pop-up markets. I feel like a lot of the WSU really got activated with some local artists and vendors that I don't see at a lot of the other spots, which was really cool.
Hey, Carbon, quick question.
Yeah.
Did you see TKG there? Because I know like sometimes some people, when they're at the grocery store and they're like shopping and they see someone they know, they kind of like duck and switch aisles because like, I don't want to do the small talk.
I did not see him. Although I did have an incident where I was called Wichita by EB. That did happen. I was like, no, not me.
Like
I'm just at the
slander,
dinner
right?
table. I'm just at the dinner table. It's not me, though. He's a very kind gentleman, though.
I checked out. Has anybody ever been to the Great Plains Renaissance Festival?
Oh, yeah.
I've always
No,
wanted to
I haven't.
go. How was it?
It's cool. It was a little hot. We went Sunday. That's when it was like, was it upper 90s?
It was
Yeah.
tough.
Brought my daughter with me, and she was complaining about the heat. But I mean, that festival, I've been twice now. It is the attitude there is IDGAF. Does anyone know what that stands for? Like,
Can you tell
I
me?
don't give, whatever. People there go there to have fun. They wear whatever. They embrace the festival. Judgment-free zone. It is just people are there to have a good time. And
Did people talk a lot in like, I don't know, medieval time or whatever it is, like in a
was it
different
like
world?
Celtic
Yeah,
accent or whatever?
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some people did that. Some people dressed
I
up.
love
Like
it.
somebody came to my daughter, and this is gonna be a brutal version, but they're like, "Oh, hey, will you take this coin from me?" And that's the accent's horrible. I get it.
What
But and then they
accent
give
was
my
that?
daughter this coin. And they go take it over to the Musketeer station and grab a prize or something from the
Aw,
treasure chest.
Did you
So
get a
yeah,
turkey leg?
I did not. I got one
Okay.
last year.
yeah,
It's just a hefty meal.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
There were turkey legs at Open Street, I noticed.
was it
Oh,
from Jive
really?
Turkey?
Was it from where?
Jive Turkey?
Yep.
Yeah, they put out a good one.
Hmm.
I didn't get it. I should have.
All right.
Oh, well.
Anybody else? Annette, did you do anything?
We went egg hunting. Our church had an Easter egg hunt. It
okay.
was a lot of fun. So,
We did that too.
yeah, I kind of liked it how they didn't stuff the eggs with all the things. They're like, kids hunt for eggs and then just get a bag of all these goodies at the end. I'm like, that's the way to do it because it can be like a bloodbath for some of these kids. So, pass on that.
Yeah.
Why
But
don't,
no,
why
we
don't
hope.
they do it on Easter?
Well, the forecast for Easter doesn't look so promising. So it's
Oh.
probably good that they have that ahead of time. Plus, I mean, it's just, I think it's more of a community draw. They want to have it ahead of time so they can get lots of people to come in. So it's really
Yeah.
a good time. So what I love about it is they brought in like the library came in and had like a station for reading with kids and all. I mean, there's just lots of little things that they had in there and they, because it was so windy, they had a bounce house, but they had it inside the church. So I'm like, that's pretty genius right there. So yeah, just thinking of all the things. So we did that. We had my husband and I, we had our wedding anniversary this weekend. We don't do anything really
Congrats.
big on. Thank you. We don't go over the top with like birthdays, anniversaries, or whatever. We're just like but we like to grill out and stuff. So I enjoy grilling some Hillsborough sausage, having some steak, all the good things. So
I saw those pictures. That looked delicious.
yeah, well, yeah. You guys need one day. I want to have y'all over, and I want to treat you. You need to have some of the sausage because I think it's just so neat. Hillsborough, Kansas, so it's like maybe like an hour's drive north of here or so. And you can get it in town too. It's sold at All Things Barbecue, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah, the sausage is just a smoked sausage. It's delicious. I know a lot of different small meat places have their own smoked sausages that are also very good, but this is just a different level of good, I think. And we split it open and it's awesome, and you grill it and it's just the texture, the flavor. So good. Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I hit up the Old Town Farm and Market again, and the weather was so much better. There were about 100 times more people out there enjoying it. They have expanded down. What is that? Is that Meade or Mosley? Down Mosley Street. They've expanded, gone down that way. There were more vendors.
Cool. Wow.
I got there just in time. So I had my 4 boys with me. We got 3 original criminal rolls, and she leaned over to the lady and was like, "Okay, after these 3, we only have 2 more originals left." And I was like, "Yes, we made it!" Got there in time because I was pushing the boys out the door to get there.
Get out of there. Come on.
But I did also try the creme brulee, and that was oh my gosh,
Was it
carbon.
next level? So
That thing
good.
is so good. Yeah, it's fantastic.
So Troy, I was at Old Town Farm Market as well. And I walked by criminal rolls, and I actually thought about introducing myself because I feel like I know this person because we talk about her so much that I was like, I feel weird not introducing myself at this point.
We talk about all the cinnamon roll, the cinnamon roll kitchen, the criminal rolls. We're all about some cinnamon rolls here on the show.
Cinnamon rolls.
The thing is, though, if you went up to them and they'd be like, "Oh, here, have a sample," he'd be like, "Well, actually, I don't like anything."
I don't like good
It's really
food.
awkward.
Actually, I don't like
I mean,
sweets.
I know they have.
I don't even like
savory.
farmers markets.
I know she makes savory stuff, or they make savory stuff, but
She does.
I don't know. I don't know if they do it all the time. I don't think it's I think the tradition. I would be awkward.
Annette with the burn.
That's okay. That's okay. It's so true too. It's so true. I'm good.
All right. Upcoming events. So we talked about tomorrow. Kelsey Grammer is going to be at WBC Delano. And then, do you like to hunt for great vintage and gather up one-of-a-kind items for your home? Thursday through Saturday, I should say, is the Vintage Shopping Weekend at 333 South Lulu. It's nearly 5,000 square feet of shopping. Also, then Friday, April 18th, at Wichita Union Stockyards, there's a Leukemia and Lymphoma Society benefit concert. Lazy Wayne Band and the Caps will be performing. Tickets are $25, and as you know, the money goes towards a great cause. You can get your tickets at kwlsradio.com. Another event taking place Saturday. This is a cool one I went to for my first time last year. It's Diaper Jam at Bourbon Street Bar and Grill. Entry, all you gotta do is bring some diapers to the party, and that benefits the Wichita Children's Home. Lots of great musical acts. You'll see like Tequila Ridge, The Dirty Gentleman, For the Birds, Orphan John, Dengy, and as you see the shirt, Carbon will be there as well.
Yeah, it is a really great time. I think we have some local podcasting brethren. I believe Aaron and Austin will be there doing some live stuff as well. It's a great time for a great cause, and there's so many great auction baskets. It's just a good time all day long, man.
Yeah, I stopped by last year, and I was surprised. Just the pool tables in the place was just covered with like auctions, raffle items, silent auctions, whatever it might be. Yep. So it was, definitely check that out. Another great cause to support. Saturday as well, it's the 1-year anniversary celebration at Wichita Wagyu. So congrats to Clay and Barb. They put out some really good stuff out there. They do these Tasting Tuesdays every week. They give out free samples. They do a lot of free samples out in the community. So stop by. That's over at 13th and Tyler. Another event takes place Saturday, Nord 20. It's the 7th anniversary bash for Norton's Brewing Company. That'll be a big one. And then the Gloom and Bloom Festival. It's from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Nomar Plaza. Unique vendors, psychic readings, oddities and curiosities, sinister ceramics, creepy creations, and more. Then lastly, at Century 2, Jerry Seinfeld's in town. Did anybody watch Seinfeld growing up?
What's that all
about?
I was never a big Seinfeld guy.
I've gotten into it recently, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're a big
Larry. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, Larry David.
Yeah.
Well, Larry David and Seinfeld wrote the old Seinfeld series. Yeah, so it's really good. I just recently watched every season. I think back in 23, my wife and I went through it when they put it on Netflix. We just watched it every night. Got through it in a few months.
Jerry's a fellow Long Island kid, so that show was an institution growing up. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Is the show similar to Curb, or is it different?
Is the show what?
Similar? Is it a different type of comedy?
It's similar comedy. It's just like, in my opinion, Seinfeld is like the PG version versus Curb Your Enthusiasm's the R-rated version.
I think Curb goes deeper too. Seinfeld kind of just skimmed. Yeah.
The thing I liked about Curb was like the jokes that you probably shouldn't be saying in public. They went ahead and said it, which makes it funny to me, you know. Versus Seinfeld, I'm like, just say what you want to say.
Yeah, Seinfeld was safer for sure.
Okay, all right. Things in the community. We had a few openings this past week. Victory Bar and Grill in Andover just opened at 418 North Andover Road. The owner, a lot of you may be familiar with, he owns Rain. He used to own like O'Brien's, Dudley's, Mulligan. So he's definitely been in the game for a long time. So check that one out. Opened up yesterday, Smalls Sliders at 1370 North Greenwich Road. Be on the lookout. I'll have a post for that one coming up. And then Sassy Tea is now open at 7130 West Maple. This is the corner of Maple and Ridge. It used to be Boss Tea, so now it's Sassy Tea. And then you have teas, bobas, and some Vietnamese cuisine as well. Then Riverfest early bird buttons are now on sale. The buttons are $15, so you're saving yourself about $5 for the adult buttons. And they can be purchased from now until April 26th at the Riverfest headquarters at 444 East William Street or online at riverfest.com/shop. All right, moving on. We got Trussell Truths, sponsored by Trussell Media.
All right. So this weekend we were at Old Town Farm and Market, and right next to Criminal Rolls was Co-Feller Coffee. It's not a secret. I love going to all the local coffee shops. The Co-Feller Coffee has what my favorite drink there is the Spice Girl. It's delicious.
I had one this week.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But
did you also know that they also sell candles?
Did not.
Co-Feller Coffee has one unique candle that they sell, and it's like in a little mason jar with a black top, and it's called Pie and Coffee. And they're going to be selling them at the Old Town Farm and Market and also at their stores. Okay. So if you're looking for a candle that smells like coffee, like a coffee shop, this would be a great place to get one.
I do like the smell of coffee shops. I'm not a big fan of coffee, but I love the smell of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go.
Do you know if this will be available at their Commerce Club location or the National?
Yes, it should be at that location and at the Goddard location. I know they're getting some more stock of them in because the last time I was in there, they only had a couple left that they were selling. So they're getting some in for the farmers market, I believe, this weekend. So,
man,
that's a neat little story. I wonder what inspired them to dive into the candle space.
We should just get them on the show.
I know.
I think they would love to hop on. He's a good dude. I got to meet him at the Commerce Club one time.
Yeah, Jeremy's a good guy.
All right.
I will tell you a little secret about that, Annette, is I know where the candles are made. But there's more on that later.
Okay.
Oh. Cliffhanger.
Give me tea. This table needs tea. I don't want this half deal. It's not cool.
Agreed.
Man, squashed.
Agreed.
I need more truth, Trussell.
I'll give you more truth. Maybe next week.
Dun, dun, dun.
So that was a stick in Annette's craw. What is the stick in TKG's craw?
Is that my cue? Saw blade or something going back there?
That's the background of the headphones. Yes, we got construction at the house. Yes,
that's awesome.
There's some drilling. I got to go see what's going on here.
I thought that was a good segue.
Well, it's my stick and it's my craw, and it's Wednesday, April 16th. You know how annoying it is when people don't attend the events they agreed to attend, especially when they agreed to do so a long time ago. So it is like for a lot of days that you've talked about going to the thing, but then when the day comes, the early birder is like, hey, probably won't be able to make it. And then when the moment comes, it's like, sorry, can't make it. But you know it's a bullshit story. And it was just because he, she intended to go in the first place and stuff. And then you go to the thing anyway, because you already had rid yourself of that one loser, but you still had others to deal with. Like that one dude with some sort of mustachio thing who always talks about how great he is at pinball. But then Mustachio loses to the dudette that wins awards and Emmys and hasn't played pinball since she was a baby. And it makes sense that she won because she got a bunch of handouts when she got extra balls and stuff. But anyway, speaking of babies, there is a really big baby there too that you'd think would have grown up by now because he has 100 kids or something. But he hasn't, and most people, when they look at him, just see a big baby. And then big baby loses to me in skee ball and pinball because he is a loser and a baby. It happens to all of us, and that's what's in my craw. Back to you, Eddie.
So then you have that guy that shows up that's already left. When he's already there, he's already ready to leave, and he doesn't want to let anybody warm up, and he just wants to
hostility,
take charge and tell everybody what to do, and then leave in 5 minutes. We'll see you later.
This was not about any of you guys.
Oh, okay. Oh,
right.
I feel better now.
It makes me feel better knowing that now. I'm glad I didn't show up.
Hey, I
Gosh.
do have to say, in all honesty, Annette, congratulations. I was very impressed, and I shouldn't have been. You did an excellent job.
Thank you. You guys are sweet. You're unnecessarily sweet, but thank you.
All right.
And Carbon, I don't know what in the hell happened to you, Mr. Pinball. I have a
I
pinball
thought he was
machine
gonna
in your
crush
house.
us.
I know.
Shat the bed. Shat the bed.
Well, I thought half the time I'm like, oh, I'm done. My turn's done. And Corbin's like, go back up there. You still got a turn. You're still playing. I'm
Okay.
like, oh.
See,
So
there's some truth. There is you got like 5 balls in a row.
I got a lot of extras. So.
Well, there's a ball save that happens in
Yeah.
pinball. So if you drain very quickly, like within 5 to 10 seconds, you get an extra. It's not an extra ball, but you get a ball save. Then Annette did get extra ball on top of that. So I think she had 2 times where the ball save helped, and then also an extra ball.
I just try to keep it in there.
So
Like,
if there was
don't
no
let-
ball save feature, which is almost like the AI help in Mario Kart, Is it sound like kind of like that?
Yeah, I mean, basically, when you plunge, it gives you 5 seconds. It's not that. It's not AI. No, I would not compare it to that. It is customary and has been customary on pinball machines for
Yeah, I'm aware
30
of that.
plus
What
years.
if they removed that? That even like the playing field for like novices versus professionals like yourself.
Maybe. I mean, it's a standard feature.
Good question.
When you are
Important
in
question.
tournaments and things, ball save is still there. Now, there is a rule normally when you're in tournaments, they do turn off the extra balls.
Oh, okay.
So that is a thing.
So it's like if we do like a bowling tournament and we want to help out TKG, we'll give them like a third ball to bowl as a ball save. Throws one down the gutter, we'll give them a ball save.
I was really glad that Troy was like dead last in 2 of the 3 games. Like that warmed my cold heart.
Speaking of warming,
that day.
Speaking of warming, if I'd have warmed up, I'd have smoked you.
Oh my god!
And I'm happy to go round 2 any day of the week. So,
and he'll show up 30 minutes beforehand to warm up and not be rushed.
It pays. See, Troy, it pays off. It pays to be an early birder.
It does. You're onto something there, EB.
All right.
I was still recovering from I still believe that Troy did try to sabotage me. I did the hot wing challenge directly before this. I mean, it was.
I did it too.
When can we expect to see the hot wings challenge video?
It should be up this weekend.
Oh, yay!
Yeah,
nice.
All right. Online shout outs. Jerry Payne wants to send a reminder that if you're looking to get a puppy, now that's Easter's coming up, most pet stores do not sell bunnies anymore. So he would recommend Flufflepuff Rabbit Rescue. Check them out online. They do a lot of rabbit rescues, as the name suggests. Next up, Lori Peterson Rankin wants to shout out Starlight Drive-In Wichita. She's grateful that the business was saved, what was that, 3-4 years ago? It almost closed down. And loves the place, so check that one out. Up next, Austin Shoemate wants to shout out Time and Space, who is performing at the Hideout this Friday at 8 p.m. Zachary Seckman wants to pass along that Seckman Music School announced their summer camps this year for piano, ukulele, and guitar for ages 7 through 12. For those 5 through 7, there's also a little jammers group. Next up, Monica Young wants to pass along an autism awareness fundraiser that's taking place at 1520 East Douglas. All proceeds go to Rainbows. We'll put the image on the screen. There's food, face painting, bouncy houses, pony rides, and more. And then lastly, Dana wants to shout out Paws in Oz Inc. They are having a monthly low-cost vaccine clinic in Benton on Friday. I'm not sure. Has anybody ever heard of this group before?
I've heard of him, but I know nothing about him.
Paws in Oz. This nonprofit helps pet owners afford spay neuter surgeries, as well as they hold monthly vaccine clinics with no income or residency restrictions. The team is made up of all volunteers who have jobs and families, but try to help the communities of Butler County. So they partner with 2 mobile vets to help accomplish these goals. In the last 2 years, they've helped more than 650 pets with vaccinations.
That's cool.
All right. What's good in Wichita? So I'll start. I want to give a shout out to Cole Thompson. He owns Fortune 88 Films, and recently he started a run club. They've had 2 events, and they've had, I think, 200 or some people show up. This is an organic run club they just started. I actually ran this past Saturday. They did like a little 5K at Sedgwick County Park. It was just cool to have like people from all walks of life show up and run. I used to run years ago, and the running community, it's a very supportive group. They cheer each other on, and they want what's best for you. So congrats to Cole on what he's built. I'll be running more. I got some new running shoes and ready to continue that active lifestyle. TKG.
So a lot of folks that start not-for-profits or nonprofits, same thing, are very empathetic and want to help whatever cause it is that they start their not-for-profit for. But that doesn't mean they know how to run a not-for-profit. And I want to give a shout out to, it's called Nonprofit Go. It's based out of Wichita. I've become familiar with them and, in fact, referred a few folks over there just within the last 3 weeks, and they've been going to their conferences and things like that. But Nonprofit Go exists solely in order to assist other not-for-profits. Hey, I don't know how to do accountings. I don't know how to file for grants or find out what grants are out there. Can you help me with my trademarking? Can you, all the things that not-for-profits that exist, they don't exist to make accountings. They don't exist to understand taxes. They exist to help little kids. And this not-for-profit helps them do those things. So shout out to Nonprofit Go.
Awesome. Troy.
Yeah, I want to shout out Sweet and Saucy. Has anybody ever been to the candy store?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, owned by Derek Sorrells, who's been on the show. Specifically, he is the one behind the brains behind this hot sauce that's local that he made called Keeper of the Flames. And it's one of the hot sauces that we have in the gauntlet that you have to go through for the Live Local Hot Sauce Challenge. Annette and Carbon and I are familiar with them. Mm-hmm. Just wondering if the other two are ever going to become familiar with it.
I think you know TKB's answer.
I'm not going to do a wing contest thing. I'm done with contests.
Come on,
like eating contest.
You could do this. You can handle it.
What if it was for charity?
Ooh, if it was for charity, yeah, we could make that.
Someone donate a chunk of cash to Nonprofit Go for you in your name.
Ooh,
you can't put me on the spot on almost live television.
Almost live.
Pseudo live.
All right,
Carbon. This out.
Do it live.
I know it's been mentioned in the past, but I don't think under this segment. But I want to give a huge shout out to Tori Deathridge, who Wine About Cancer, Leukemia Lymphoma Society. So first off, LLS used to be Man and Woman of the Year. Now it's Visionary of the Year. Is an opportunity where they ask people to donate their time and create a campaign where they run a bunch of events to raise money for Leukemia Lymphoma Society. This year was the 9th year for Wine About Cancer. Tori first created that event when she was running in the campaign, and it was so successful. Now she creates it every year where all of the people that are participating, who have to create all their own events to raise their own money, she creates one banner event where all of the individuals can sell their own tickets for their own campaign, but it's just kind of a universal. It's become such an amazing event each and every year. Lots of great food, lots of great wine, great prizes, so much going on. But a lot of people donating a lot of time. I've been asked year over year to be a part of this, and there's no way in my schedule I can make it work. But for all the people that do take the time out and over several months ran amazing campaigns with so many activities, so much fundraising, just a huge salute to you. And Tori on 9 years, looking forward to making it 10 next year. Huge shout out. Great event, great times.
I stopped by for my first time last Thursday, and we were shocked. Just a lot of work was obviously put into that event, and it shows just the detail of everything. The food, yeah, like you said, the amount of wine, the raffles. It was just, kudos to Tori, because that's no easy task.
No, it's a lot. And I love it because it's such a unique event too. I mean, where a lot of people do a fundraiser, they have a formal program and a speech and then this, and then a lot of them follow the same template. This one is really unique in that it's much more of a mingle. There's a party. There's a few talking point moments, but none of them take more than 2 minutes. It's just it's just built differently. And it's really refreshing to see that. And you see a lot of different engagement than the traditional stuff.
All right. Annette, take us home.
Yeah, shout out to Wichita State Cheer. So this weekend, big celebration for them. They were at the national championship, so they won the championship for a large co-ed national championship, so team. So what I love is that after all the stuff that they had gone through this past year, you know, we had them kind of sidelined a bit with the basketball games and like the developments of how to change things with generating money for the basketball team, you know, and all that drama, and to seeing them come home from this event and seeing a crowd of people cheer on the cheerleading team, I think is just super cool. And I really love like my interactions with the team in years past, my niece, my nephews, my kids, just seeing the engagement with them, the mascot, I mean, just all that. So we love going to games and all sorts of stuff with WSU. And I think it's really cool to see them go and take it on and get a championship. That's super neat. So congrats.
Yeah, I saw that in the news. So yeah, congrats to the team out there. That's awesome. Has anybody ever watched the show Cheer on Netflix?
No, have you guys?
Yeah, I watched it, and it's a beast.
Yeah.
My sister runs a cheer gym and has for 20 years now. I know about that cheer life. It's crazy.
They are athletes, right?
Yes,
so
100%.
no question.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love that. So I'm just in awe. That's awesome. So very cool.
Awesome. Well, man, record timing today. We really knocked this one out.
So sufficient.
Right up TKG's alley. We make him happy.
Right. In and out of here. Quick. Get out of here.
All right. TKG, Carbon, Annette, Troy, always a pleasure seeing you every Wednesday. Everyone at home, we appreciate you. Love you. Now, you've all been excused from the dinner table.
Peace.
Bye.